What's up guys, IDK Player here, coming back with a brand new NASCAR Heat 5 video, and today we are going to take a look at and reviewing all the paint schemes from the September DLC. Now before we get started, just a quick reminder, in this video I have hidden my channel's logo, and if you find it, go ahead and comment the timestamp in the comment section below for a chance to win a $10 PlayStation or Xbox gift card. So, without further ado, let's get started. Starting off, we have Eric Almirola's VoteForBacon.com Ford Mustang. This thing looks absolutely amazing, and on top of that, you know what the theme for this DLC is, and that is patriotic paint schemes. Without a doubt, one of my favorite paint schemes already in this pack, Eric Almirola's VoteForBacon.com. The red, the white, the blue, the stars. Nothing you can complain about, and personally, I love patriotic paint schemes, and as you guys know, I'm a very patriotic person, so that takes the cake for that. Next, we have Ryan Blaney's body armor car. I love this car. We're not going to really get into that much detail about it since we've seen this multiple times in previous years, but it looks pretty cool. Then we have Ryan Blaney's, I don't know what the sponsor is for this one. Somebody might have to fact check me on that, but I know right now in NASCAR Heat 5, the yellow rims come out orange. Hopefully they can patch that soon because this car is honestly underrated and looks really cool. Then we have Ryan Blaney's Dex Imaging Ford Mustang, which I personally believe it's a little overused by now. We've seen it since like 2018, but it's still a great looking car, but I think it's time for a design change. Then we have Alex Bowman's Noco Chevrolet, his patriotic scheme, which is honestly, once again, underrated. I feel like it's one of the most underrated schemes out of all the paint schemes, but this scheme will definitely bring some light to Alex Bowman's packs in NASCAR Heat 5. Now, we have Clint Bowyer's patriotic scheme, which honestly is my favorite looking scheme in this DLC pack. As you guys know, I'm a very patriotic person, and this scheme with a Barstool, oh my gosh, this just screams out patriotism. I love it. You got the eagle on the side, the red, white, and blue. You got the stars. Nothing takes the cake more, in my personal opinion, than Clint Bowyer's Barstool Ford Mustang patriotic scheme that he ran at Talladega. Next up, we have Chris Buescher's number 17 Sunny D Ford Mustang, and honestly, I felt like this scheme is kind of half done. It's like they just kind of put the American flag and then they're like, okay, we got a patriotic scheme. Personally, I felt like if they played around with the colors a little bit more, got a little bit more creative, it would have been better, but definitely not the greatest patriotic scheme in this pack. Then we have Chris Buescher's number 17 Roush Performance car, and honestly I like this. I don't know why, it kind of reminds me of Tony's story a little bit back in the day when he used to drive the 20 Home Depot car. And honestly, when you see schemes like this that are just simple, you gotta go ahead and, you know, just respect them a little bit, because we don't usually see simple schemes like this that look pretty good. Not a bad looking car there for Chris Buescher. Next up, we have Kyle Busch's Skittles Toyota Camry. Honestly, it doesn't look that bad. We've obviously seen this car a lot, including since 2015. And I have nothing to complain about this one. But if you go over the next one, you have Kyle Busch's Skittles Patriotic scheme. Now, this one right here looks amazing. I love this one. What works great about this car is the fact that the base is already red. So when you implement the red and white stripes and then you put the stars on top, it fits in perfectly. Beautiful looking scheme here from Kyle Busch. Next up, we have Kyle Busch's Pedigree car, and honestly, once again, a simple scheme that looks nice, and it should be liked more by others because your car does not have to look, you know, crazy for it to look good. This one came out with just a nice simple scheme, and it looks great. Then we have William Byron's patriotic scheme. I love this car. Which sucked about NASCAR Heat 4 is the fact that we didn't get William Byron's Coca-Cola 600 car from last year, but we got his patriotic car from this year. This thing looks amazing. Liberty University with the red, white, and blue. Oh my gosh, the stars work perfectly with it. You cannot complain about this William Byron scheme. Next up we have is Cole Custer with his number 41 Ford Mustang. I don't know about this car. It felt like they had a great idea but poorly executed. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like Cole Custer, but they could have done so much more with this scheme, personally. Now on to another underrated scheme. We have Paul Menard's Red Cap Menard's Ford Mustang. Once again, when you have that red base with the white wheels, and it's just a simple design. It looks amazing. Paul Menard fans, you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with this one in the September DLC pack without a doubt. This thing looks incredible. Heading over to Austin Dillon, we have a gem right here. This thing looks great. The blue, the red, the white, the way everything flows with the car, it blends in. It doesn't just stick out. Like, the number color looks great. I like how the number color was actually incorporated into that. So without a doubt, a great looking scheme here for Austin Dillon, and Austin Dillon fans will have a lot of fun with this one. Heading over to Chase Elliott, we have Chase Elliott's Mountain Dew Chevrolet. This thing looks great, but I don't think anything personally is going to beat Chase Elliott's Mountain Dew scheme from the Clash that we have in NASCAR Heat 5. Like, that scheme really set the bar high here, so personally, it kind of sits neutral. Heading over to Chase Elliott's other Mountain Dew scheme. This thing looks pretty cool, honestly. We've seen this since 2018. I like how the racing stripes are incorporated. Kind of a little bit of a throwback there. Looks really awesome. Gotta love it. Next, we have Denny Hamlin with his Patriotic scheme. Once again, another half-done looking scheme. If they would just bring back what they did back in the day with the red, the blue, adding that on the FedEx cars, I guarantee you this Patriotic scheme will look 10 times better. But right now, just kind of looks half done. Next, we have Joey Gase. I really do like this car. I like how the stars blend in with the livery. Really cool looking team, including for an underfunded organization. Then we have Quinn House, Good Greek Chevrolet. I like it a lot. Very simple design. Like how the stripes move through. Nothing to complain about. Then we have his mane and tails car. What I really like about this is that you can see how the horses move and then it blends in with the American flag. Very smart. A lot of detail done with this one. Nothing to complain about. Next, we have Eric Jones's Reese's car. I mean, it looks cool. I like how the red blends with black. Very great color combination there, but I feel like there just need to be a little bit more done here. Nothing to complain about, just kind of like half done a little bit, personally. Then we have Eric Jones' Toyota car. I like how they used the black coloring for the number. I mean, that looks really good. Very unique there in this situation. Kind of an underrated looking scheme, but once again, nothing to really complain about. Now we have a Matt Kenseth's McDonald's car. I love this thing right here. This scheme looks amazing and honestly should get more praise because, I mean, the way they incorporated the yellow numbering on the font and the red and the yellow. I'm a big fan of McDonald's, as some of you guys know, so gotta love this scheme. Next, we have a Brad Keselowski's Auto Trader car. Honestly, they need to go ahead and change the livery. This thing has been played out way too much. Don't get me wrong, the color combination is cool with the blue and the orange, but just change the livery up because this thing has been way overused. Now, one scheme that is very simple and beautiful is Brad Keselowski's Patriotic scheme from the Coca-Cola 600. This thing is amazing. Oh my gosh, I wish we could see this more. Miller Lite did a really good job with this one, and Brad Keselowski's livery team did a great job with this one as well. Very great. Honestly, I hope they come back next year so we can see this scheme on the track just one more time. Brad Keselowski fans, this Patriotic scheme is back, and I will be using this a lot in multiplayer for NASCAR Heat 5. Then we have Brad's Worth car. We saw this last year, nothing to really get worked up about. I like how the white, the red, and the black work together, nice and separated. Great looking scheme. Joey Logano fans, I'm sorry, but we do not have Moneyline. We have his AAA insurance scheme. This is a great looking car, but once again, another overused scheme. They need to change it up a little bit. Maybe change the colors around. I don't know, but we've seen this multiple times. We even saw this for, I think, Kurt Busch back in the day with the Gen 5s and stuff like that. If they go ahead and change it up, guarantee you it will look 10 times better, or people just like the new look. But once again, we need Moneyline. If we get Joe Logano's Moneyline scheme, that's going to be great because I would be running it a lot. Next, we have a Michael McDowell's CarParts.com Ford Mustang. Man, this car looks cool. I kind of like, you know, the little vibe that's going with it. It reminds me a little bit of a tropical vibe a little bit. That's just me personally, though. I like the blue, the orange, and then the white base. Pretty cool looking car. Then we have John Hunter Nemechek's coffee car. I like how they use the red and the black. See, red and black is a great color combination if done correctly. The black is the base, the black rims look great, and then you have that red stripe moving in through a little bit diagonally. Looks awesome. Nothing to complain about here with John Hunter. Next, we have Newman's number 6 Oscar Mayer Patriotic scheme. This thing is done correctly. They blended the Oscar Mayer hot dog with the orange in with the American flag. Very well done here. Honestly, super underrated, super underappreciated, and should be more liked. I don't know if it's just because I'm very biased towards Ryan Newman paint schemes, because I think personally Ryan Newman has one of the best paint schemes on track and in NASCAR Heat. But honestly, great looking scheme, nothing to complain about. Definitely expect to see a lot out of this one in NASCAR Heat 5 multiplayer. Heading over to the next Ryan Newman scheme, we have his Winham Rewards car. It is a great looking scheme, but I feel like it was a little overplayed last year. Got nothing to complain about this. You guys know I'm a big fan of blue and the white mix. And the only thing I would ask differently from this one is probably add white rims. It'll probably make the car pop out just a little bit more. Over to Ryan Preece, we have his Scott and Kroger Patriotic scheme. I really like how the stripes aim down towards the front wheel of the car with the stars. It looks great. It's amazing. I really like how they can also see very clearly the sponsorships on the car. So whoever made this paint scheme really deserves a pay raise, and this looks really good. Heading over to Tyler Reddick, we have Tyler Reddick's Alsco Desert Camo car. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks cool, but the Alsco logo kind of takes away from the theming of this car. It looks pretty cool. I like the idea, but maybe with a different sponsor, it would look better. Heading over to Stenhouse's Patriotic car, you got Planters, you got Kroger. I like how they still incorporated the main base with the stripes on the side. Some people might say it's kind of like half done, but it's okay. It's not as bad as some people personally perceive it. Next, we have a top 3 scheme in this DLC pack. It is Daniel Suarez's Patriotic Toyota Camry. Oh my gosh, this is so well done. The American flag swooping in and out on the side, the white base, the red numbers. It works perfectly. I don't know who made this, but once again, whoever made this car needs a pay raise immediately. Heading over to Martin Truex Jr., we have his Auto Owners Toyota Camry. I like what they did here. They separated the blue with the red with a little bit of like a triangle design in it with a white stripe running right through the middle. And then the back end, it kind of blends to black. Really unique looking patriotic scheme, and should be, I guess you could say, admired a little bit more. Then we have Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro Shops Patriotic scheme. When they added the eagle to this thing, I thought, whoa, that looks so awesome. Look how the eagle just sticks out of the 19. Very unique. Should be praised a little bit more because we usually don't see unique cars like this in modern day NASCAR. Awesome looking scheme. Nothing to complain about. I know I'm saying that a lot, but honestly, there's really nothing to complain about with this scheme. Rounding out the Cup Series paint schemes here in the DLC, we have Bubba Wallace Jr.'s Cash App Chevrolet. Great looking scheme. The last time, if I'm not mistaken, we had a full green base like this was Danica Patrick back in 2012. So it's nice to see another unique paint scheme in this DLC. My only complaint is it looks better IRL than in NASCAR Heat. I don't know if it's just because of the way the picture is taken. We might have to see in-game footage of it, but personally, it's not a bad looking scheme. Very unique, and ends this DLC for the Cup Series on the high note. Heading to the Xfinity Series, we have Michael Annett. Yes, this car looks great. I love how they incorporated a lot of red here. It looks absolutely amazing. And then you have the American flag near the front wheels. Looks awesome. Nothing to complain about there. Heading into Ross Chastain, you definitely see this car is going to stand out a lot on the track. You got the blue stars. You have the red stripes. I like how they kept the red stripes to a minimum a little bit and let it blend in with the blue bottom and the blue splitter. Amazing looking car. And I also like how they kept the font and the number the same and added in the patriotic livery. Great looking scheme. Heading over to Joe Graff, we have the Burner Chevrolet. This scheme looks absolutely amazing. Kind of reminds me of Halloween. You got the black and the purple mixing together with the black rims. Looks outstanding. Nothing to complain about over there. Then Joe Graff Jr. has the 08 bucked up Chevrolet based off of the Tuskegee Airmen, aka the Red Tails P51, and this is a beautiful looking scheme. Personally, I love when cars based off their schemes from old fighter planes back in World War II, and this one does not disappoint. Then Noah Gragson has his Echo Park Chevrolet, which kind of reminds me of Alex Bowman's Exalta Chevrolet, but this thing looks really incomplete in my opinion, and I wish they would have done more with it. Not the best looking Noah Gragson scheme. Then we have Alex LeBay with this pretty cool looking car, but it kind of looks incomplete and kind of dull through the middle of the car, so it's kind of a miss there. Next, we have Colby Howard in the 15 Camaro. Nice looking scheme. Honestly, JD Motorsports makes a lot of nice, simple looking paint schemes, and this one doesn't disappoint. After that, we have Jeffrey Earnhardt in this number 0 all red Chevrolet. Flex Fit, I believe, is a sponsor, and it looks really nice. Nothing to complain about there as well. Nice and simple. And then we have Jesse Little in this beautiful number 4. Wow, this thing literally pops out. You got the green pinstripe around the number 4. You have the green and the red that mix together well. Nothing wrong with this scheme at all. After that, we have Ryan Sieg in the number 39. And honestly, this scheme kind of reminds me of Eric Almirola's Patriotic scheme from 2019. Still looks nice. Nothing really wrong with this one as well. After that, we have Josh Williams, number 92. I really don't have an opinion on this car. It's like kind of whatever to me, honestly. I feel like they could have done more with it. At least that's what it looks like in game. But after that, you have another Josh Williams car, and this is the final paint scheme from the September DLC. And honestly, this one looks really nice. Usually, when you get an orange paint scheme, it's a hit or miss, but right here, they really hit the nail on this one. You got the black, you got the orange, you got the white, everything mixes together. Awesome and solid looking paint scheme to wrap out this DLC. Now for the review, honestly, this is the best DLC that has released for NASCAR Heat 5. I love the Patriotic schemes in here, and they will undoubtedly be the most popular cars in multiplayer. My favorite cars personally are Boyer's Barstool car, Suarez's Patriotic Toyota, and William Byron's Liberty University. Reminder, if you want to get the DLC, it's free for season pass holders, and if you want to purchase it, you can go ahead onto the Steam, Xbox, or PlayStation store when it's released to go ahead and buy it. So that will do it for today's video. Thank you guys all for watching. Don't forget to comment down below where the hidden question mark was in the video for a chance to win a $10 Xbox, PSN, or Steam gift card. Also, if you haven't already, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below your opinions on the DLC, and please don't forget to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss a brand new NASCAR Heat 5 video. So, I will see you guys in my next NASCAR Heat 5 upload. Don't forget to hit the join button to become a member. IDK out.